Hey there, anime fans! Welcome back to our channel. Today, we've got something truly magical in store for you. We're counting down the top 10 Isekai anime where the main character becomes an overpowered magic user. If you're ready to embark on an enchanted journey through some of the most thrilling and spellbinding worlds, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell. Let's dive into the world of enchantment and unlimited power. Here we go. In another world with my smartphone, God, in an unthinking blunder, accidentally kills Tuya Mochizuki with a stray bolt of lightning. As an atonement, God grants him one wish and the opportunity to relive his life in a magnificent fantasy realm. Tuya gladly accepts the offer and asks for only one wish, to have his smartphone with him as he embarks on his voyage into this mystery planet. Starting again in this new world, Tuya discovers it is full of magic, which he enjoys, and gorgeous girls vying for his attention. These girls, the twins Linz and Els Silhuesca, Yumina Ernia Belfast, Lean, and Ye Kokono, provide Tuya with endless amorous difficulties as he discovers the secrets of this new realm. Full Dive. The ultimate next-gen full dive RPG is even shittier than real life. 10 years ago, at the pinnacle of the VR MMO development business, a game called Kawain Quest burst onto the scene with unrivaled potential. This game targeted extreme realism, ranging from human-like NPCs to the perfect imitation of all senses and physical abilities, boasting a massive total of 10 sextillion branches of conceivable story possibilities. However, it soon became clear that the game was overly realistic, and the popularity of VR MMOs in general began to decline. Due to an accident a few years ago, Hiroshi Yuki, a high school student, now immerses himself in full dive RPGs as a sort of escape. After failing to obtain the most recent version of his favorite game, Hiroshi stumbles onto a game shop and meets its lovely clerk Rihanna Kisaragi, who persuades him to purchase a copy of Kawain Quest so that they can play together. Hiroshi is awestruck by the game's realism the first time he plays it. His surprise, however, is short-lived as he causes a string of catastrophes, rapidly realizing that the game is worse than his already hectic life. Despite his developing disdain for the game, Hiroshi finds himself logging on again and again. With no do-overs in his current predicament, Hiroshi only has one goal: clear the game. Black Summoner. Kelvin gives up some memories from his former existence in return for powerful skills, additional skill points, and an S-Class Summoner title in order to prepare for rebirth in another realm. As an added bonus, Malfina, the goddess who facilitates his rebirth, provides him the choice of any partner to help him get started in his summoner duty. Kelvin, who fell in love with Malfina at first sight, quickly picks the deity, believing that his ardent affections for her will re-emerge even if he loses all of his memories. Kelvin sets out on an exciting new adventure with Malfina as his guide. However, in order to summon his beloved goddess' physical form, he must first accumulate a huge amount of mana points, and the only way to do so is to level up by defeating powerful opponents and forging contracts with even stronger allies. C. The money of soul and possibility control. Money is power, and life is meaningless without it. Second-year economics university student Kimimaru Yoga realizes this fact all too well in a country whose economy is in disarray, since he is surrounded by the relatively opulent lives of his peers while trying to make ends meet. However, his world is turned upside down when a guy in a top hat knocks on his door late at night. The visitor, who goes by the name Masakaki, asks Yoba to come to the Eastern Financial District, a region where money flows freely if one offers their future as collateral. Despite his reservations, avarice overcomes over reason and Yoga accepts the offer, taking on the role of an Untra. But unbeknownst to him, the land of wealth he has entered is an alternate realm fashioned in his image, where entrers are compelled to participate in weekly duels called deals, with their collateral on the line. Pitted against his countrymen and fate, Yoga must adapt quickly in this new world if he intends to secure his fortune and future, and learn exactly how much money is truly worth. Campfire cooking in another world with my absurd skill. Tsuyoshi Mukauda, a salaryman, is mistakenly sent as a hero to the kingdom of Reisager in another world to aid in their defense against their adversaries. Mukauda, who is suspicious of the royal family's actual motives, is able to talk his way out of the predicament because to his non-combat skill, online supermarket, which is deemed useless. This power, however, proves to be far from useless. Mukauda is able to obtain food and utensils from Japan at a low cost, most of which are regarded luxury in this society. Mukauda draws the interest of the deadly mythical wolf Fel as he cooks up a storm with his abilities. Unable to resist the tasty delicacies, the renowned beast quickly negotiates a contract to become Mukauda's familiar. Mukauda traverses the world with Fel by his side, earning his keep as an explorer and merchant while enjoying wonderful meals. She professed herself pupil of the wise man. With a dignified veteran's figure and a long white beard, summoner Mage Dunb was regarded as a one-man army in the virtual reality online multiplayer role-playing game Arc Earth Online. They created the mage player kingdom of Alkate with the 9 wise mages and King Solomon. But then Dunb and the other 9 wise mages vanish, leaving no trace behind. Dunb had purchased a cosmetic kit and tinkered with his character to spend his expired credits, but he had accidentally fallen asleep during the customization process. Dunb awakens to find not only that the environment of Arc Earth Online has gotten more realistic, but also that he has transformed into a gorgeous lady. When he arrives in Alkate, he discovers that it has been 30 years since he allegedly vanished. Now tasked by King Solomon with discovering the other lost magicians, the ardent role-player declares his new identity as Mira, the pupil of the wise man Dunb, and sets out to prove his legacy. Wise Man's Grandchild. Merlin Wolford was formerly considered as a national hero in the kingdom of Earlshide, lauded for both his power and achievements. He prefers a tranquil life, so he retreats deep into the rural forests, devoting his time to raising an orphan he rescued. This orphan is Shin, a regular salaryman from modern-day Japan who was reincarnated into Merlin's universe while preserving his previous memories. Shin continues to astound Merlin with his extraordinary aptitude in both magic casting and martial arts as the years pass. However, by his 15th birthday, it is clear that Shin has only grown his combat skills and nothing else, leaving him with obvious social awkwardness, a lack of common sense, and a mediocre sense of responsibility. Shin enrolls in the kingdom's magic academy to strengthen his powers and mature alongside other youths. However, living a normal life is impossible because he becomes a local celebrity very immediately after arriving. Shin Mulford makes new friends, learns about the world, and battles off the numerous forces of evil that surround him and his city as he adjusts to high school life in the capital. The reincarnation of the strongest exorcist in another world. Despite being the most powerful exorcist, Haruyoshi Kuga craved even more power, which led to his demise at the hands of those who invite his strength. As he takes his final breath, he casts a magic that permits him to reincarnate and vows to become more clever, thinking that his efforts would be fruitful in his future life. Haruyoshi is soon resurrected in another planet as Seika Lamprog, the illegitimate son of a noble family known for its magic. His new family, however, generally ignores him due to his lineage and lack of magic. Nonetheless, the unconcerned Seika uses his former life's wisdom to make a slew of beneficial allies. As he continues to push the boundaries of his skills, Seika must be mindful of the consequences of his mistakes in the past and avoid making the same ones again. Cautious Hero. There's an old adage that goes, you can never be too careful. It is critical to plan for any event that may arise, even if it appears to be a waste of time. Also, in games like RPGs, it is advantageous to outperform your opponents in order to obtain absolute victory. These phrases almost exactly characterize Seiya Ryuguin. The hero prepares for his noble quest after being summoned by the goddess Ristar to save the realm of Gaeabrand from destruction. While this may seem typical, despite having overpowering numbers, he spends a significant amount of time training himself. To be safe, he fights weak adversaries with his strongest talents and buys a plenty of food and potions. While his demeanor is grating, it could be Gaeabrand's saving grace, especially in a world where evil powers control every expectation. That time I got reincarnated as a slime. Satoru Mikami, 37, is a normal corporate worker who is completely pleased with his boring lifestyle in Tokyo, save for the fact that he has never had a girlfriend. In the midst of a casual interaction with a colleague, he gets stabbed by an unknown assailant on the streets. However, as he succumbs to his injuries, a strange voice echoes in his consciousness and recites a series of directives that the dying man cannot understand. When Satoru regains consciousness, he realizes that he has been reincarnated as a slimy goop in an unknown region. As a result, he gains additional talents, most notably the ability to swallow anything and imitate its look and attributes. He then comes upon the locked catastrophe-level monster Storm Dragon Veldora, who has been imprisoned for the previous 300 years for destroying a village. Satoru befriends him, sympathizing with his predicament and offering to help him smash the seal. In exchange, Veldora bestows the name Rimuru Tempest on him in order to provide him celestial protection. Rimuru, being free of the monotony of his previous life, goes on a new trip with a specific aim in mind. As he adjusts to his new body, his sticky antics spread over the planet, gradually changing his fate. So these were the top 10 Isekai anime, where the main character becomes an overpowered magic user. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon so that you don't miss any videos like this in the future. And of course, a big shout out to our amazing anime community. Your comments, likes, and support mean the world to us. Keep sharing your thoughts with us down in the comments. I'll see you in the next one.